we're not these people. Like, we don't want to cause trouble. We don't want to be negative, really. We don't thrive on drama. But y'all, this was bad. It was really bad.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to Our Road Less Traveled. Today's video is on why you should leave campground reviews. Maria and I we've been doing this for...
Well, we've been RVing for about 2 years.
Yeah.
But we've been full-time for 6 months.
Right. And we've had this happen to us a few times now. To where we go and we're going to book a site or a campground that from the optics, the perception is this. And when we get there, the reality is way down here.
Way down here.
It's down here.
You can't see
it.
that, but it's down there. So we have stayed in some questionable places before, but we knew what we were getting into. There were various reasons. So all that to say, we knew what we were doing. We read reviews. We still stayed there, and
That's that.
that's
Right.
that.
So unpacking this, and honestly, while we were putting this video together, we found out how to fix it. We're going to share that with you guys, here in just a minute. But for this stay, we were caught completely by surprise. There weren't any current reviews. The website was current. The pictures looked like they were current. We looked at Google. We looked at Good Sam, which Good Sam rated it a 7.5, 8, and an 8.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought with the research that we did and the name of the campground, that we were good. We absolutely were not. And when we got there, we found the roads were they were bad. I didn't want to take the fifth wheel on it, but we didn't have a choice.
Yeah, they were in really bad condition.
So it's supposed to be big rig friendly, which means, Class A's and fifth wheels.
Mm-hmm.
But you could look at the oversized speed bumps and you could see that there were easily
Gouges.
quarter to half-inch gouges in these speed bumps where they were that tall. They had to be at least 9 inches. They were massive.
Unnecessarily large speed bumps.
There was nowhere to park your truck, so your only choice was in a compact space up by the front office, which big trucks won't fit in.
You had to stick out like 4 feet or 8 feet.
Or you could park in the mud, or what everybody chose to do was they parked on the main road in and out. So, if you were late getting home or wanted to leave early, it was like playing Frogger to get out of there.
Yeah, not dually friendly at all.
So there were broken down old campers with tarps over them.
Yeah.
At one point, there was an electrical wire running over by the faucet outside, and I know y'all are going to say, well, it may have been a warming wire. No, it wasn't. I honestly was careful not to get electrocuted. The power wires were maybe 6 inches to a foot above each one of the rigs, not just ours.
Yeah.
So it
was kind of scary.
It was pretty bad.
We left early because there was a storm coming, and we were afraid that some trees or the power lines were going to fall on us.
And that's another good point. It was full of oaks and pines, and most of the tops looked to be dead. Not that they had shed their leaves and hadn't come back. They looked dead. I mean, they looked like they were rotted, about to fall. So,
right.
Like Maria said, we left. We did leave early, but that brought about this video and what we did find.
So what we did figure out was what we would do next time.
What we found out is we had been using the wrong review system. One, look for your red flags. If you have a bad
Gut feeling.
Stay away from
Yeah.
it. 2, always look for current reviews. 3, if the website's not active, then it's bad. But
Yeah. You can't help it if you get lied to by anybody, but
right. What we found out is that we actually have access to an up-to-date, very comprehensive review program through RV Trip Wizard.
right.
So RV Life is the overarching group that maintains RV Trip Wizard and Campground Reviews. We did not know that we had access to Campground Reviews to go look there for the reviews. So while we were doing the research on this, we went and checked this park, and sure enough, they're at a very weak 2.5 stars.
They
with
are.
every one of the issues that we've listed.
Now, I will say that there aren't any reviews from this year, this 2023. There are none. I mean, I know we're early in the year. There
there
aren't
are
any.
some from
but
December
there are some
and
from
November
the
of last year.
last 6 months, which I think would be a pretty good jumping off point.
Would have been
to look
enough for us.
Yeah. Some
So-
1s, some 2s, some 3s, a lot of 1s. So,
We had primarily used Good Sam, and we found that to be absolutely inaccurate. So we've gone back and we actually spent the time to go look at the reviews of some of the sites that we've visited to kind of see just how accurate those are. Yeah, it lets you add pictures. It gives cell phone signal,
internet,
internet,
Wi-Fi, I think.
very comprehensive.
Yeah.
So Campground Reviews is where you need to go, and that's the app that we will use from now on.
Yep.
Just about, probably exclusively.
I think the app is actually called RV Life, but I'll link it in the description.
Yep.
And I'll pop it up here on the screen too. So that wraps up this week's video, and we will see you next week on our road less traveled.